Boy, that's hot. How y'all doing? What's up, Divine Feminine? Ivana, what's up? Hey, Samithia, long time. Rising Goddess. J, what's up? JC Doug Goddess, 86. How you doing? Uh, everybody, what's up with y'all? Miss Davis, KL Straight, Glow, what's up? Uh, everybody, just wanted to say hey, see how y'all were doing today, check you out and all that good stuff there. Mm-hmm. Oh, you just don't say much? All right. Yeah. Well, thank you for still supporting me. All right, everybody. So I want to get into a little bit of something. I want to discuss something a little bit right now. Oh, before we get started, I know I'm finna get some questions, so I cut all my wicks off, all my natural hair. I cut it off. So I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep them to put them in next time. Next time I grow it out, I have my own to put it in. This time right here, all mine. Yeah, thank you. It's gonna get better. You know, when you cut your hair, you gotta get your curl patterns going right. If you done had straight hair for so long, so my curl pattern should kick in about 2-3 days. Thank you. Well, so just like the intro said, I want to talk to you guys about an experience I had today. So the first thing, the reason why I cut my hair, I'm gonna talk about the reason I cut my hair, and it's two reasons I cut my hair. But the first reason I cut my hair is due to my last relationship and things like that. I felt kind of slighted, a little angry. You know, therapy had to get all that shit done. You know, so I was on that that man bravado. I guess they call it a midlife crisis. So I was on that man bravado. I need to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And and I haven't had no hair. I haven't had long hair since I was a jitterbug. So I decided, one thing I could do in defiance to always being the good guy, the nice guy, I could grow my shit out. I could lock up. Then I locked up, cut the extensions I had got, cut them out, had my natural hair. Then I say, let me wick that. So then I wicked it, again, Florida boy here. I did everything in defiance. But then it's like a month ago, some just happened inside of me, and I was like, you know what? I'm used to being a pretty boy. I'm used to being a well-groomed, well-maintained, suit, tie, hat wearing brother. I said, my pain and sorrow is over. I done got my manhood back. I done bought me a motorcycle. I done bought me other toys. you know I let me get back on what I am. I can't let nobody break me or turn me into some vicious, person or something out of my character. Now, granted, I look damn motherfucking good with them dreads and with them wigs. I'm a good looking man no matter what I do. But it wasn't me. And spirit made me keep them for a certain time because I've been wanting to cut them. I kept them for the 4-5 years I had them, and then I cut them off yesterday. And I feel so good. So now I'm back to being my same old self, the original Baron uh, you guys know and love. Now, with that being said, so now that's why I cut my hair. I found me again. So when I found me again, I didn't need the bravado of the dreadlocks because I only had them because I wanted an intimidation factor, believe it or not. I wanted to walk in and like, oh, that motherfucker got long hair, he got dreads, he's a goon, he's a thug. Let's not talk to him. Let's not chill. I mean, let's not deal with him. Then I got the wicks because I ain't want white folks to talk to me. I figured if white folks saw me with the wicks and a nasty look on my face, they'll be like, okay, he's dangerous. But I can't fake my beautiful, smiling, happy aura if I tried. So it's just me. I'm me. I hope nobody shake the tree and see what fall, because it ain't gonna be nothing nice. But it's me. So I'm back to being my whole self, and I'm happy with who I am. So I had to go back to being me. So that's why I cut the hair. So now, people, I want to tell you guys. So now I'm entering the job market again. I said I want to work. All my kids are grown. I raised them by myself for 24 years, single parent, 24 years, tried to get married twice in that scenario. Hell, could have been a possible third time. It just didn't work out. But as soon as my baby girl turned 18, 19 years old, you know, it was just me in the house. So I made a couple moves on that end right there. So now that I ain't got no reason to be sitting. I felt like I ain't have a reason to be working my ass off. I sat my ass down and waited a little bit. But then the money started drying up. I ain't poor. It ain't like a bitch ain't got nothing, because I'm okay. I'm doing well. Bank account still okay. But as a man, it's not where I want it at. It's not. I got a certain threshold I need to see in my bank account for me to feel secure to do other entrepreneurial things. And since I don't have that threshold, I'm feeling like shit. The bottom could drop out any day. And granted, I'm not at rock bottom at all. It's just in my mind, I need me at least 80 grand savings for me to feel like I can run out there and do something. So this is a new feeling for me to be under 80 grand in savings. I'm telling you my personal business, y'all. So I told myself, I'm gonna go and get me a job. I'm a salesman by trade, warehouse manager, like 15 years of managing warehouse, organizing things. But there's nothing better to me than being a sales. I done sold furniture, office furniture. Uh, yeah, I've sold office furniture and medical equipment. Never sold no cars or no shit like that. That's a crazy hustle. But back to what I'm saying. So I decided to enter the job field again. So now I have a degree in human services and all that good stuff, youth crime prevention. So I want to go back into, I want to utilize my degree. Granted, these jobs don't pay much, but with me not having no real overhead responsibility of kids, I can do this for myself. So I can go into the job market here in Central Florida and make 60,000 a year and not have to worry about medical bills and doctor's expenses and school clothes and that type of shit. So now I'm trying to get back into I'm trying to get back into the working class, the work field. I'm utilizing my degree and everything. So I go to this homeless shelter here in Central Florida. I'm not gonna say their name because I'm gonna knock on that motherfucker door again. So I go to this homeless shelter here in Central Florida. And when I go to the homeless shelter, I'm like, hey, because I read the description of the job on Indeed and Glassdoor. I read the description, but I didn't understand, some of the abbreviations. So I said, well, I'm an old school. I'm almost 50, so in person is everything. That internet shit, that email shit, it just takes away my charm. So I decided to go knock on these people door, during normal hours, and ask them a question about the job. Simple stuff like, hey, and I go to one. So the first one I go to a job, and they're looking for somebody to handle people who've just gotten out of prison and jailhouses and helping them reintegrate into society and things. I'm good with that. I've been around criminals and thugs my whole life. I worked in the juvenile detention center. Worked at 33rd as a counselor. So 33rd is our county jail here. So I worked there. So I'm good. So I went there and walked in, beautiful. People was like, "Hey, how you get in here? We gotta buzz you in." I walked to the door, and as soon as I touched it, it opened. I say, I didn't ring the bell or nothing. And they're like, "That's curious." And he's like, well, we got to fix that. And I say, okay. So I say, ma'am, since I got your attention, I say, I read online your job description and I'm kind of confused. I say, do you want this, or has that job canceled and I don't have to waste my time filling it out? I say, I'm a great fit for this position, by the way. I gave a little smirk laugh. Hee hee hee. The lady was nice. She said, hey, let me give you this phone number. She wrote it down there. She said, let me give you this phone number. You call human resource department back. You ask for me, a sister. She said, you ask for me, and 9 times out of 10, I'm going to pick up and I'm going to get you directly to human resource. I said, thank you, madam. Shook her hand and everything. She said, you smell real good. I say, I'm a black man. I got to. And I throw the little, wink my little eye at her, get a little slight flirt as I'm bucking out the door, make her think about me. Smell good. That's part of the plan. So that worked out well. I go to another. I go to another job, and guess who greet me? A good old fashioned redneck white man, Trump hat and everything. Motherfucker had on the Make America Great hat again. I ain't think that shit was serious. I see it on TV, but I ain't think people really wear them hats in real life because I never seen anybody wearing them in real life around me. I'm in the wrong circle. So So I said, okay. So I said, shit, this gonna be trouble. But I had already got past the gatekeeper, so I'm in his face. So I say, hey, the job on your website is is really a good fit for me. And I say, I love everything about it. And I say, are you the hiring manager? Yes, I am the hiring manager. What job? So I told him the case manager job, water, and they, oh, that position there. Say, we having a damn time to fill it. I say, well, you found your man. He said, did you put in a resume yet? I say, I did not. I say, that's why I'm coming. I say, because I don't believe in wasting my time throwing random resumes out there and getting background checks because now people, you got to pay for your own background check for any job. They reimburse you 3 months into the contract. You got to read those job descriptions. So I say, I'm not finna waste no money and get the background check and don't get the job. I say, that's $75. And he said, yeah, I'm having the hardest time filling them things. I say, well, you found your man. Asked me, did I put him a resume? I say, no. I say, I'm going to right now. I said, got everything on my phone. I was going to upload. I just needed a question from you. I said, what does this mean and what's the duties there? Gave me the information of the duties, shook my hand. Before I left, pulled me to the back, showed me the 3 different people, a couple brothers, 1 or 2 sisters, about 7 people he showed me to. Say, hey, you won't believe this guy. He knocked on the door like an old-fashioned salesman. Now, this the type of moxie you need. And everybody was laughing. They like, Bill, you're crazy. Bill, shut up. Get out of here, Bill. So even though he had that little red hat on, he was like he was cool as fuck. No issue. No issue with him. Man, put in the application. I review it personally. Give me about 2, 3 weeks. Okay, cool. So I'm going to apply for it. So now I go down there to that damn homeless shelter. Go to the homeless shelter. Now my resume matched exactly what they asked for off the internet. But there was something they said it was like CCSI, something. So it's like a case representative for Social Security disability, whatever. It's like I'll be working with Social Security. I say I never worked that before because I didn't even know what the letters meant. So I called on the phone. The guy said, come on over here, the human resource person in there. So cool. Got there, did everything they said. I get there, and a sister, me, man, a sister, she's the office manager. Comes up there, I'm looking good, smelling good, all that stuff. She opened the door and she sticks her head out the door, keeping the door close to her. Half of her, just the top of her body out. And I'm like, hey, hello. I say, is everything okay in there? And she was like, what you want? I say, I'm here to ask questions about the job that you guys have on your website. I just need a little more detail before I put in my resume. Well, you have to talk to the human resource person. I say, I know. I just got off the phone with some gentleman and he told me to come down here. And she looked back like, who told your ass to come down here? So I got so much malice and pushback from this sister. Didn't even make it in the building, y'all. This is crazy part. Didn't make it in the building. And I'm like, okay. I say, well, since I can't come in, I say, would you be able to give me a little information about it? Because I came to see the human resource manager, the hiring manager. I'm pretty sure she or he is expecting me. Well, what you want to know? I say, I want to know what the CCSS, this acronym mean. I said, I want to know. And she kind of told me what she told me in a snobbish way. So, I'm like, well, can I get a business card or some? I'm trying to get some kind of interaction out the sister. She was so damn nasty and disrespectful, people. Listen to me good. She was so damn nasty and disrespectful it took everything in me to keep a straight face and a smile. Cause y'all gotta understand, I haven't worked a normal job in 10 fucking years. I've been an entrepreneur, self-made man, social media sales. I haven't worked in an office space and I haven't worked with people direct in 10 years. So I'm like, this is a nasty old motherfucker, right? So she didn't want to say nothing to me. So I said, okay, then I say, well, could you just give me the number? I said, can I call this number right here? What's her extension? And she like, just go put in the resume and maybe you'll get hired. I don't know. So then she kind of like jerked herself back in. And before she could jerk herself back in, you could look through the little door, the clear glass door, and I see a man and a woman, another black person, black brother, black sister. And they're like, what the hell is going on with you? Why you know him or something? And she like, I'm just having a bad fucking day. I ain't got time for nobody's shit. And the guy was like, damn. And they kind of laughed it off, they co-workers, but you could hear them, they said it to us so loud like that. It was like, damn. So I got in the car feeling a little pissed off, so I'm like, this old bitch, in my mind, but you can't say nothing. So as I'm driving, I'm to the point where it's like, who's really gatekeeping us from getting hired? Who's really gatekeeping us from getting to the human resource department? Who's really gatekeeping us from getting employed, getting these jobs? You see, more than often we'll sit up there and blame the white man. We'll sit up there and blame the Latino man. We'll blame the Mexican man. We'll blame everybody except us. But black folks, this is a real motherfucking question. Who in the fuck is really gatekeeping us from getting to the goddamn bag? She's the office manager. I'm looking to be a caseworker. My job is not going to affect yours 100%. Bitch, I'm going to walk in and say hey to you and watch you sip your donut, eat your donut and drink coffee. But she was so disingenuous and so angry. And I was like, who the fuck is it? I was left with that question. So, black folks, I'm asking you, who the fuck is it that's keeping other black folks out of the working community? So many times I see these sisters on here saying these brothers, they don't want to work. They just want to sit at home, or they say they can't find a job. But when all of the sisters think that way to a decent dude that's coming looking for a job, not saying, hey man, let me put you into the thing and you go off your own face, your own merit, win, lose, or draw. They gatekeep harder for the job than they do for the culture, let alone do for their man. I hear some brothers sit up there and say, hey, these black sisters don't want to work. They want to sit at their ass and collect child support, welfare, and all that shit there. But when these sisters go out here looking for these jobs, you have gatekeeping people that look like us at the fucking door, not letting us get in. And people, and black folks, I want y'all to stop that shit, man. If y'all telling us to go get a job, man, you telling your woman to go get a job. Sisters recognizing what sisters going through, saying, hey, sister, you go get this job, you go do this. Everybody could bash the black community on both sides, but nobody's bashing these motherfucking people that are gatekeeping. These receptionists, these secretaries, these hall monitors, these door monitors, these human resource personalities that don't take a second day to look at a resume, toss that bitch around, and then old Maria or Consuela come in that bitch and she's a better fit. Automatically, don't know Consuela got the worst fucking attitude it is. Cause Swella gonna come her ass in that bitch and hex all y'all ass with Santeria and Buharia. See, I'm gonna tell you the truth because this is my personal experience and it pissed me off. As nice as I am, presentable as I am, I have a heart to help, counseling energy. This is what I do, perfect fit. She did not want to even hear what I had to say because she was having a bad day. Now, I'm gonna ask the question. How many times have you guys been out there to get something out of life when you decide to leave your house, decide to make a change in your life, decide to do anything? And because somebody was having a bad motherfucking day, you got fucked over. You got the shit end of the stick. See, that's why emotional intelligence is very important. I don't give a damn what's going on in my life. I'm not finna sit up here and make your shit difficult because I'm having a bad day. My problem will be my problem with you or without you. And you see somebody out here looking for a job trying to better themselves. I wasn't no poor nigga with holes in my clothes and shit. I, I ain't coming up here smelling like a Bandersnatch. Nigga, I'm fly. I got it going on. I got a attache case. Looking good. A proper grammar. I'm having a bad day. I ain't got time for nobody's shit. But you know what? And this is the bad thing about it. I'm looking at a mother, and I hate to say this, I'm looking at a motherfucking card toting MAGA, Trump supporting, angry at the black man, angry at the Mexican, angry at everything that ain't him. I'm looking at this man shake my hand and introduce me to the staff prior to even getting a resume. And you tell it wasn't fake because shit, he in control of the bitch. He can say fuck you all day. But then I'm looking at a sister working at a front office and she say fuck you. I got a bad day. Call. Now the first lady, she was adorable. She was adorable. She gave me a number. She said they in a meeting. She gave me a number. Call and I answer. I make sure you get to it. Beautiful sister. She was older now. She was older. She was older lady. She was in her 60s. That's why I gave it a little smile and a little sideways smile and a little, winking eyebrow further as I hauled that. Made her day. But the sisters my age that are receptionists, office managers, gatekeepers, are so angry at nothing. I'm not Ray Ray and Pookie and them. I'm not your baby daddy who hurt you. I'm not your ex-husband who fucked you over. I'm none of that. Why you gotta treat me so? You don't know me. I don't know you. And that bring up to the next target thing. The two people that was in the office, they checked her on this. And they looked at each other like, the fuck wrong with her? Like they had to take her shit too. So she must have been somebody important in the office. But your own co-worker sitting up here saying, the fuck? Now, I was a sales rep for a long time. I was a salesman for a good while. I made great money as a salesman. I know how to get past a gatekeeper. If I'm trying to sell, they used to like, people been trying to get to that man for 30 years to get a damn job out. I mean, to get to sell him on some furniture and you get in one day. I say, no, I say, I've been working on that motherfucker for a month, boy. I say, I'm just good. I say, that in-person thing is everything to me. I can get you in person. Motherfuckers gatekeep and don't let you get in. I can get past them. I can get past the office worker. But when you have a person in there that despises everything about you, that won't let you get to the next level to do your job or to better yourself, you can't sit up here and go online and say all black men ain't shit. You can't sit up here and go online and say all black women ain't shit. When you're angry, you send your angry ass up there, not allowing that person to attempt to be better or look better or anything. Oh, the brothers do it too. Don't get it twisted. I done seen sisters, I done sat in offices in meetings where we had to vote, do we want this sales rep to come in? Brother to be like, man, look at her hair. Look at them lashes she wearing. Them things are so big. uh Look at her clothes. And then they'll even go to the point of walk, say something to one of the brothers, I promise on everything, will walk out there to the parking lot, see a car that's not supposed to be there or that haven't been there, and assume that was that person's car, and say, oh, they driving an old beater, you know she ain't gonna get to work on time. And I done seen brothers do this to sisters, man. I'm not, this ain't no one-sided fucking thing. You know, I done seen people pass judgment on what people drive, what they wear, and I'm the voice of reason in that bitch. I say, listen, when I first came to this motherfucker, man, my jeans were dusty, my shoes wasn't shine. I wasn't wearing no $300 Clarks. I say, I wasn't wearing no thousand knit shirt, man, and a nice tie. I say, smelling good, nigga. I came here, busted up, and after the time I got the job, I became the third, I said the second highest sales rep in your company. I say, y'all got to stop judging that person. I said, that girl may come in here and do everything. So on my face, one or two of the girls got hired in the sales department when I was in sales. Just that alone. But it was a bunch of brothers that looked like me that wouldn't give that sister a chance, all because she had a car with some, you know, that gray, like a gray sticker, like the gray primer paint on it in the corner. And I'm like, damn, these are some real cutthroat, sabotaging ass people in my energy. But people, I mean, I'm telling you that. So if you work in the front desk or you got access to the man, I mean, if somebody come in for an application, somebody come in to better themselves, man or woman, cut that fuck shit out. Cut it out. Not all of us gangsters, thugs, killers, and demonic ass people. Some of our ass do know what we doing. Cause shit, if the black woman have the highest graduation and education rate on the planet, why the fuck as a black man you would not give that woman the opportunity to get in there and show off her shit? Why, you think she gonna be just like your baby mama, mad at you, low rate you, judge you, cause you seen some shit on a podcast? Sister, that go for you. If you in a position to get a man application, to get a man a job, to get that man so he can better himself for his kids and you can't keep that man from that. Don't get angry because you imprint your energy on that man. What, he your ex baby daddy, he your ex husband, just because he got the same beard, hairstyle, look, eyes, whatever. You can't do that type of shit to somebody and expect God to bless you. Because we all sitting up here trying. And I'm gonna tell you this. In the job market, it's gonna come a time where everybody gonna need a job because this president ain't fucking off, man. This president taking everything. He just said that the order was signed yesterday that if you've been on Section 8 if you've been on Section 8 for more than 2 years, they have right to scrutinize your ass and kick you out your house or kick you off Section 8 where you have to pay a higher rent. That law passed yesterday. Now, for the women that been on Section 8 and ain't working 9, 10, 15, 20 years, y'all gonna need that energy when you're going out there to get a job. And let me tell you, McDonald's, Burger King, Dunkin' Donuts ain't gonna be where it's at because if you've been sitting on your ass that long, they done sent you to school, you got a degree, got a diploma, you got all that shit. You're gonna have to put in that resume and try to get past the gatekeeper. Y'all ain't hearing me though. The man just put it in and put something in perspective where everybody gonna have to work to make more money in order to stay in a house, a government house. So when you got a nasty attitude because you in that government house and you working and you could burn, you could, splurge on whatever, get your body done, however the fuck you do. And what if they up that rent to motherfucking $2,500 a month? And you used to paying 500. So that's an extra 2 grand gone. That's that trip to the Bahamas, to Tahiti, to Mexico, to all that shit. That shit got to go towards bills. So you don't want nobody, you don't want to be nasty like that to people, man. I'm just trying to put it in perspective. I know some dudes that's on Section 8. I know some dudes on Section 8 take care of their kids and all that shit there. Bruh, he coming for your ass too. Well, you ain't gonna, just because you got cuts of your kid, You ain't gonna be paying no $150 a month thinking you could work at a motherfucking warehouse job or a landscaping and think you finna make it when they up that motherfucking rent or kick your ass out. Nigga, you got to hustle. And if you that took a nice job and you in a cozy office job and you judging sisters and brothers who come to better themselves, God gonna get you. It is what it is. That's a simple fact. That's how I see shit, man. That's how I see it. And I'm finna say something else right here. I'm finna say something else, and this gonna be real. This gonna be a shitty statement for some. But brothers, you know who the fuck you is, brothers. If you all are living with the woman and she is on Section 8, government assistance, food stamps, Medicaid, rent low as fuck, and you send your ass up there sucking up that AC, eating that motherfucking government food, living off the system, however you do it, and you send your ass up there with your dick in your hand, watching TV, playing your Xbox, whatever, man, stop that fuck shit there. You need to be out there because your ass ain't on the leash. Trust me. I know how the shit work. I got 5 baby mamas, bitch. I know how it work. I see them with their boyfriend laying up in that motherfucker. You brothers are the one that's supposed to be out there busting your ass with your side hustle, with your lawn equipment business, with your working for the lawn man, working for the city dump, working for the power station, working at McDonald's, working at Dunkin' Donuts. Your ass supposed to be working, getting all that money, putting that shit up for a rainy day in case some shit happen. Not working to smoke and chill and lay up and play the game or staying your ass at home all together. See, that's a little unpopular, right? That's a little unpopular. I'm shedding the light on the shit I see. But those will be the same people that's living off the system in a nice motherfucking job, cushy, they feel their life is good, and they'll gatekeep on somebody else of their own diaspora trying to make it. That's a hater, crab in a barrel type shit. I'm just being honest. Y'all could dislike the motherfucking program. I don't care. Because if you dislike what I'm saying, that means you are complacent with that shit. You part of the problem. I could never be a dude to sit on my ass while my lady bring in money from child support, SSI government all day in, day out, in the house, watching TV, sucking and fucking, scrolling. The fuck? Where my dick at? I'm not a man no more. I'm a fucking ward of the fucking state. Hell, I'm a ward of hers. I'm a child. Now, I'm the type of cat, if my lady do got a Section 8 motherfucking apartment and I can save some motherfucking money, baby, let's say this shit for 1-2 years. I'm going to bust my ass, get them 12 hours in, get that overtime. That money, we can go on a vacation here and there. We can take a weekend trip, some shit. But I need me $8,000 to go buy that patch of land. I need 15 grand to go buy that patch of land and fix that bitch up. So this is what I'm gonna do. We need a new car. I don't want no payment. Let me work these 2 years. In 2 years, I promise you'll get a new car because I'm finna save that money up to get you that motherfucker. We supposed to get everything we need if we're on government assistance prior to them bitches pulling some stuff like this and kicking everybody out. Now imagine the people that's gonna have to scrounge and hustle. Imagine the arguments that's gonna come from men and women, the men that been sitting up under their woman ass while the government paid for them and they got food stamps and all this shit. Imagine the fight that's gonna come from that when that man say, "Bitch, you got a week to come up with $2,000 or you out." That's a fight, nigga. You ain't saving, you ain't got it. So now you got to go out there and take a penitentiary chance and get your ass locked up in prison. Now they gonna put you in them fields because they done got rid of the motherfucking Mexicans and migrants. Now they gonna put you in the field to pick motherfucking watermelon and corn until your sentence up. Free labor. When your ass could have been doing the smart way and stacking your motherfucking chips at the time they allowed y'all ass to stack them. Stop sitting on your ass, man. Stop gatekeeping, motherfuckers. People out here trying to work. People want to do right. Some people foresee the future. I just had to motherfucking I got a little upset. Let me read some of these comments. Y'all gotta forgive me. Y'all know I got problems. I got anger issues. I would not have no grown ass man under me doing nothing. Tell me about it, Tion. A dependent. Yeah, man. That's how I look at shit. I'm your motherfucking kid. Yeah, curse me out. Yeah, go ahead and fuck off on me. Fuck the next nigga sitting in the house. I ain't no value to you but a piece of dick, and you may get tired of that. And what if you decide to go get old Tyrone up the road? I can't say nothing, bitch. I ain't bringing nothing in the house. I ain't giving you no man, please. And it's worse for when the men have they motherfucking children and they get Section 8. Hell, you coming to their nice place and your ass ain't got shit. So guess what? They gonna cheat on you regardless. It is. I said it. Fuck it. A woman may cheat on your ass, but let a man have his own shit. Section 8, paying $10 a month. He put the kids to bed at 7:30. The nigga gonna have that bitch jumping and bumping, ass all in the air, foots on the ceiling, fuck boots on the ground. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you the unpopular motherfucking part about this motherfucking talk. Have to let that tea cool down sometime. I'm flushing, y'all. It is what it is. But I know I went off topic that I was talking about. But back to the gatekeeping people. If some of y'all that's hearing my voice, y'all need to change your life right now. If some of y'all is in a position to get one of your brothers an application, to get one of your sisters an application and kick it to the next level. If you see a brother walking your job and he's in the sales, or a sister walking your job and she's in the sales, don't be like, well, Mr. Green ain't got time to talk. He's very busy schedule. I'll pass off your proposal, your business card to him. Thank you. You have a nice day. And actually pass the fucking card off. Let Mr. Green decide whether they want to fuck with him or not. Don't you take up the slack for the slave master. Don't you become the straw boss. I'm seeing it too much and somebody got to talk about it. Be the angel in someone's life today. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sean E, the tea I am drinking is, I got this off the TikTok shop and it's really good. What a bag. Here we go. I'm not promoting these people. They ain't paying me. I'm just showing Sean what I got. That thing there. On the TikTok commercial, they say it help your shit go long. It help you. They showed a man in some underwear flagging the shit. They said, and you take this shit for a month. After taking it, you grow longer. Let's see. Yeah, boy. I want to see. I would love to see. Oh, I got that right here too. I got that in my drawer. Hey, because God told me I could. God say, ask me what you want and I give it to you. And that's why I want it that big. Hell, it may come a time where I have to go do some strange things for some change. And if I got one this motherfucking big, I know I can sleep on anybody motherfucking couch, baby. So yeah, I'm sipping the fuck out this tea. I got 5 bags of this bitch over there. All of them gonna be drunk in a month. Yeah, boy. Rosa, what's up? You know I like to talk shit. I'm finna stop talking to Mrs. Fields. I'm sorry it hurt. He ain't straight. He ain't got to put the whole thing in. If you're a real man, he could hit your ass with half of it. I done had to do that. He can hit your ass with half of it. He just got to control the sensation to bury it in your ass. If you're a real man, so I'm sorry he hurt you. I'm sorry. It wasn't me. He put half of that bitch on your ass for a good 25, 30 minutes. Give you the option to choke down on that bitch. You would love it. I'm just saying. Macaroon tea. You see, y'all bring out the crazy shit in me. Y'all Y'all bring out the crazy shit in me, man. I just want to talk about gatekeeping. I want to talk about Section 8. I want to talk about letting the brother and the sister live, and brothers and sisters stop being angry and mad with your brother and sister for trying to come up. You can't get up here and talk shit about them and in the same breath say they ain't shit and keep them out of fucking places where they could better themselves. That gotta stop. Sound like Shannon Sharp. Lord have mercy. Shannon Sharp, that boy crazy. Yeah, I take the maca root drops. Yeah, boy. But everybody, that's all I wanted to say. That I had the worst experience when I went to that damn homeless shelter to get a job in the office, and they advertising the bitch on Indeed. And the lady, it didn't have nothing to do with the job. Just because she was having a bad day, she ain't got time for nobody's shit. It's a horrible thing. And I'm going to tell you something I did, right? It's petty, but this what I did. So one of my clients, I ain't going to say the sister name, I trust her. She called me, she said, hey, Baron, I'm going to use you as a reference. I said, okay. So she like, could you tell them I work for your company for this date to that date? I say, sure the fuck out. I say, what's your real name? And give your number. So I kept it and everything, wrote it down on the board. It took them people like 40 days to call. I had forgot. So when they said a name, I looked at the wall, I'm like, oh shit, that's her. So I say, hey, did so-and-so work for your company? I say, oh my God. I say, is she trying to get a job with y'all? I say, because I don't want her to go nowhere. I say, so y'all don't hire her motherfucking ass because she too damn good employee. But I say, she just had a baby and she have to go and she need more money. I can't pay her that much. But damn it, if y'all get her, y'all better hold on to her, because guess what? If she come knocking on my door for a job again, I'm hiring her ass back with a raise, the 2 cents I could pay her. I'm laughing, kiki. I see you like her, huh? She must be good. I say, man, listen, send her back my way. I say, I'll take off your hand if she get too much trouble. They laughing, haha. I'm laughing with them. That girl, Baron, I got the job. Why can't we do that for each other? I don't know that sister outside of tarot reading. I just trusted the simple fact that she needed a job and she was bettering herself. But half of people won't even do no shit like that. I don't know about using my name. Them people ain't gonna put you as an. I think I feel it growing. Oh my God! Oh my God! Well, our mirror, he said, I'm doing that. Yep, for a sister trying to get her up here in Alaska. I like that. I need a job reference, Baron. I got you, Rosa, all day long. I got you all day long. But we got to start doing that for each other, man. That's simple shit. How many of us got our own companies? How many other bitch can pull up our company name on that boop and know the company legit? And why can't we do that for one of our fucking fellow people, our cousin, our sister? You ain't sticking your neck out, you're just giving them a reference. They gonna get on the job and do good or do bad on their own. That's all I'm saying. Don't gatekeep a person from doing better. And don't think that colorism don't exist. I done seen people hire yellow red people with shitty attitudes, and then the dark skinned sister sitting over there looking all chocolate and shiny and shit, took the time to oil up herself. She sitting over there looking chocolate and shiny and shit. And I ain't gonna hire her. I know she gonna be a problem. But yet this motherfucking chiclet mouth red bone over here with a nasty look on her face, bitch, so mean, and the under the eyelid turning red and black at the same time. You know she gonna be a problem. But because she cute, you hire her. And she fuck up the whole office. Damn, they'll take your motherfucking job. I done seen the shit. So we some gatekeeping ass coloristic fuckers, and I'm sick of it. All right, Rosa, you too. But see, back to the homeless shelter job. See what that old lady don't. I mean, what that young sister don't know is the simple fact that I'm the type of dude when I want a job, and I've done it before. I sit out there till that bitch closing. I wait till that job getting ready to close, and I walk in 15 minutes prior. And I walk in 15 minutes. I'm here to see the hiring manager, knowing that motherfucker walking out the door. And I hold a meaningless conversation, knowing they got to come out that front door. They had a name tags, and you could tell the hiring manager. That's the person that's always hauling ass faster than anybody to get out that bitch, right? I'd be like, you must be the hiring manager. I see you trying to get the hell away from the paperwork. Hey, my name is so da 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 da. How you doing? I'm looking for a job. I want to work here, but I want to make sure it's worth my time. You got about 2 seconds to spare. Say 2 minutes tops. What you want to know? I say I haven't put in a resume yet. Y'all notice my pattern, right? I'm telling y'all how to get these jobs. I haven't put in a resume yet. I want to make sure it's worth my time before I apply. How do you think it'll be if I get a job here? Oh, it's a great place to work. So and so, so and so. You gotta just, you know what? You done sold me on this job. You will be seeing my name run across your desk very soon. Thank you so much. And I haul ass. See, I know how to get to I know how to get to the head man past the gatekeeper when you being that type of individual. I'm that dude. I'm aggressive when I want something. But when she was she shut me down quick. All because she had a bad day. And I done seen that happen too many times. There's some people out there that really needed jobs that day. And because a bitch was having a bad day, they shitted on you, and then you lost your chance. You lost your car, your house, your kids with the service. You lost all that shit because a bitch having a bad day. You think God gonna smile on that person, and then they wonder why they check get docked, or why they get fired 2 weeks later, or why their husband go and their wives go cheat on them and shit. Do the right fucking thing, people. Now, I gave a person a reference while there. I like that. Now, you know it, Tia. So now I'm finna say something. Now this is really off topic, and I want to say something. So I made a TikTok on my TikTok channel, and I'm telling you, I'm looking at the comments. I am looking at the comments on this video right here. I made a minute post on my TikTok. I got a lot of shit for this. A lot. I made the comment that, I said, why nobody talks about, lesbian women who decide to become straight again. They decide to stop sleeping with women and say, for some reason, I want a man again. I want to be a wife. I want to have a baby. I said, why ain't nobody talking about the lesbian women that decide to be heterosexual again, giving HIV and AIDS to, heterosexual men who don't know their past, who don't know they was in a same-sex relationship. Do you know the amount of slack, beef, and grip I got from a lot of black sisters, a lot of women, but damn it, the black ones told my ass up in them comments. They were saying I sound stupid. Men are the problem. Men are the most horrible thing. Men infect women 100% with AIDS. Women can't affect a woman with AIDS. They was saying all that shit. Now, I don't know about you, but the type of porn I watch, I see them bitches doing the scissor grind. I see them bumping clicks, and I know I done see some juice drip out of a motherfucking pussy and touch another pussy and they mix up in that. I done seen them using toys, and they done took it out of that one and threw it in that one. I done seen it, and I said, and they said I sound stupid. I don't want to take accountability for men killing women. I don't want to do nothing. And I said, so a lesbian women can't give other lesbian women diseases? It still somehow fall on a man who either SA'd her or who she dated before she became a lesbian? Because I know a lot of women straight out the mama vagina never had a ping. My baby sister, one of them, never had a never, never let a man touch her, and she won't even touch another woman who done let a man touch them. She straight both of them. Now I'm like, and I got some shit kicked back on my channel on my that video. They even reported that bitch. I've tried to promote it. They say we can't promote this video. I said, whoa, they say too many. TikTok real for it. It tell you exactly the paragraph why they disband your shit. But people, have y'all ever thought about that? All my life I've been hearing, billboards and everything out there saying how gay men go and screw straight women and give them diseases. I've been hearing it all my life. And I'm like, well, damn, gay women can't do this? And let me tell you how I know this shit is crazy, how I know that this can happen. Because in my youth, when a girl tell me, oh, I'm gay, I'm a lesbian, I don't take dick, I don't like nobody, in my head when I was a jitterbug, that was like, okay, she a virgin, she ain't never had a man up in her ass, so she can't have no diseases, she can't have shit, she fresh and clean, pure off the boat. So we more willing to go inside one of them lesbian girls who's trying to get some dick, raw dogging her ass, because we think ain't no other dude been there, knowing she probably could have had some debaucherous threesome, some foursome shit going on, pussy click bumping. Somebody in the game done had a baby, got a baby daddy. Somebody in the game got a little boo thing they call it that hit. So and I'm like, damn, is it that lack of accountability in the lesbian community that they don't even see that shit is possible? I said, my God. You lying, bro. You capping. You made up. One bitch say I'm retired and old, and I ain't got nothing to do but make up lies. I said, wow. And one comment say, it is statistically shown that women cannot give men AIDS. So I guess all them bitches on Skid Row sucking and fucking. Uh, Can't get nobody AIDS. I guess prostitutes that's been out there and got infected and hit a John can't give him AIDS, huh? That was in the comments. Statistically impossible because it transmits at such a low rate. Men are the one that's the heavy carriers. I say, what man hating motherfucking woman made that statistic? Shouldn't it go both ways? No pun intended. I gotta stop this shit. I should have been a comedian. What up, Phoenix? Oh my God. It's a lack of knowledge all around with everyone in mind. You got that right. Mucous membrane. Somebody said mucous membrane. So I'm about to sound intelligent as fuck. What KL Straight say? Other STDs and STIs can be transmitted between women, but HIV needs a broken mucous membrane and I can't see that, I ain't got my gun. Anaerobic. Damn, that's a nice ass word. Environment or direct blood transfusion or cross placental transmission between mother and child. I can respect what you're saying. That shit sounds logical. I can respect it. If I jack off in my motherfucking hand and I rub it on a woman's vagina, my semen slide up in there because them bitches travel. And if I got the shit, she got it. She is exposed to it. Now, I done see some women run that bitch across, run them fingers across that motherfucking ski like a motherfucking spitting snake. I'm assuming it could be in that juice too. It's out of the body. Am I wrong for thinking this way? I'm just saying. It don't take penetration. How about this? Just how about this? So everybody keep using mucus. So what is discharge? So my semen is discharged, so a male semen can have it in it, but with a woman creaming and coming and shit, it ain't in that. I asked the question. It need mucus and not oxygen. So my teacher lied to me. So if a man with HIV and AIDS beat off and he get it all in his hand and he stick his fingers up in a woman, he can't give it to her that way. I'm looking. That's a question. If I put a bunch of semen in my hand and I put it in, cuff it in that woman, can't get it like that. She can't get it from that. If I put my penis in her and she cream on my meat and I got that little slit, that's a suction, she can't give it to me if she got it. Raquel, they say it's supposed to die when it hit the air, but I was told it could last for 7 days on the surface of a toilet. That's why you always alcohol or bleach your bathroom down when you're using public toilet. They told me it could last for 7 days. This is what happened when I was growing up. I'm 47. They what they told me. Maybe we was in the AIDS epidemic scare and they lied to me, but I always took that as gospel. I take y'all and the government opinion on it. I'm still gonna throw a motherfucking condom on this motherfucker. If I'm breaking somebody ass off, I don't give a damn if you say I ain't had a dick in 30 years. Well, bitch, you finna get one now, and guess what? I'm wrapping it up. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I studied science. I'm not a scientologist, but I know biology and I know all juices out the body carry it. I can't think that just because you was a lesbian for 10 years, y'all doing that there, and then it's no responsibility. There's no way that can happen. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about another big apple in the room. I got 2 minutes. Let's talk about another big apple in the room. Now, how many are lesbian women today that you see say, "Hey, I'm tired of being a lesbian," whether they making a joke about it on the internet or whether they say, "Hey, now I want to be bisexual. I want to have my woman and have a dick too." And then they go out there and get these men, especially these polyamorous relationships that's going on here. Let's pay attention now. I ain't biased. And I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm just asking a question for my own edification. Let's say polyamorous relationship, women dating women. A lot of chicks go on these girls trip and be hunching each other. That's all over the internet where the chicks are saying, yeah, we be doing it. Or it may happen. They slip in the bed while you're drunk. So let's say all of that shit there and that person got a man at home. And let's say that person been doing something with somebody. And they had a little time. They go home to the husband and expose the husband. They get into the polyamorous relationships. That girl could have been unexposed to the shit prior. She get with another man's wife or threesome or foreplay, however that shit go, menage a trois, and get exposed that way. Take it home. And only thing I'm trying to say is somebody got to talk about this narrative. I think this motherfucker need to be explored a hell of a lot more than just saying men on the DL giving it to women. And if women don't have no responsibility and passing nothing along. Because I'm getting my information from my little gay sister, Big Bot. I call her Big Bot. Big Bot says she got a lot of friends that still got their V card that has come up tested positive for it. And she support them. They still friends. But she say she got friends that's gay, never had a dick in their life, testing positive with this thing. So that kind of defeat the purpose of what all these people are saying. Cause I'm thinking if you rubbing two clicks together, that's breaking tissue, skin, and mucus membrane. And if you creaming and she creaming, it's in the cream. I think anybody that says, in my personal opinion, anybody that says that only men could transmit HIV and AIDS to people is very hateful towards men. And say women can't transfer it to a man, that's some outdated logical shit. Because a lot of men done went up there and done screwed women in prostitution houses and all that shit and then brought some back to their wife from Dominican Republic, Colombia, and all these third world ass countries. Now, I'm not saying that gay women is the carriers of the exposers of this bitch. I'm saying why nobody else talk about it. Why nobody else say that they can be infecting their husbands with this stuff after being in a gay relationship, because a man will automatically sense that she ain't had a dick, pussy tight, all this shit right here, and they gonna ride with it and go for it. They gonna think she the best thing since sliced bread, cause now she fucking, she can hit raw, she safe. We all that shit play a part in our head psychologically. But what if she have been unsafe with an unsafe partner? And last question I ask you guys about this right here, because I want to know. I just want to know. I'm not insulting anybody. This is for my edification. I really want to know if you guys, females, lesbians, what are your practices you do to protect yourself from that other woman's juices? Do y'all take some salutane wrap, cover your shit up, and then bump uglies? How do a female condom look? This shit, I don't know. But after I talked to my baby sister, and she told me this, the shit been in my mind turning. So I'm saying it's possible. But for people to sit up here and say it's not possible, it's life on other planets. That's fucking possible. They say a man can have a baby. That's motherfucking possible now. But yet a woman could not transmit a disease to a man if she been in a lesbian relationship. Two a lesbian can't give each other HIV and AIDS. That's impossible. Well, that's the comment that got me that got me flagged on TikTok. That is that what I said, and I ain't going into detail like I did here, but on TikTok, they turned the sign off that bitch. I had to repost it. All that. They went fucking off. I offended some people. That let me know how closed-minded people are, how one-sided. Let me look at some more of these comments. I'm finna get off. No, not like that. Not get off. Like get off. I'm getting off of the internet soon to go do something. Charlize, I agree. It's still body fluid to me. Kale Straight be coming with facts too. I think some for the polygamy is a result of general loneliness and is a movement of uh window. I can agree. I can agree, but that wasn't the topic, KL. Polygamy is not the topic. I'm talking about lesbian women being a lesbian for a long time and then deciding to be heterosexual again after they done go through a phase, or they don't want to do that no more. They decide to have a baby and they've been having sex with that woman and they've been unsafe practices, and then they go give it to a heterosexual man who they done plucked, who they decide to be a baby daddy, who they just think is a good candidate, and they don't tell that man that they've been fucking that woman unprotected without any precautions for 10, 12, 15 years, and then he thinking he get him somebody pure as the virgin snow, and next thing you know he show up with the shit in his system, And then everybody sit up and say, "Oh, you must be on the DL, or you must done went out there fucking your baby mama. You must been fucking hoes that had it." No, it's like no responsibility goes towards the women in that area. That's all I'm saying. I just something to think about. Cause I done screwed in a lesbian before. That do that make me a lesbian? That makes her bi. Just saying. Because sexual norms for men encourages more, yeah, promiscuity than women. I can agree with that. I can agree. Now that's a logical topic because you still leaving room for the possibility for it to happen between women. So yeah, men are very hypersexual than women, and we spread our dicks around like it ain't nobody business. It's rarely a woman gonna go out there and get it down. Well, back in the day, this is current generation. Everybody fuck for fun, fuck for free, fuck for this. Say it ain't so. Every song you hear, suck that nigga dick, fuck that nigga for the money. I got show me the pussy on the Snapchat. Go fly out to meet this one, then fly out to meet that one. So promiscuity is very prevalent amongst women today. So in this age, nobody should be saying that shit is impossible or implausible. They should be like, shit, nigga, that's something to think about. No shade, no shame, no nothing. Cares Baron, I posted a comment earlier about AI being used an algorithm to infiltrate American free speech to bring, yeah, to bring it into line with European controlled speech, and shadow banning is a technique. Yes, 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 for God's sake. They shadow banned the shit out of me. I get emails after emails, somebody report my shit. I thought somebody was reporting it. But then all the bots that come up in here, it's just that they just doing it on purpose and they want you to purchase likes, views, and subscribes and shit. I'm not finna be spending my money on that shit though. I guess. I think I entered this check at the wrong time. Yeah, boy, you probably did. A lot of the people around now were AIDS babies. What the fuck is that, Big Hero C? The fuck? I know crack babies. AIDS babies? The fuck y'all come up with this stuff for? I'm a Gen Xer. I came up when shit was crazy. Shit was crazy. This is new to me. I've been researching how to unshadow ban. They took the sound off of TikTok altogether. I had to upload a video there. Y'all crazy. I just be asking questions. Don't mind me. I ask questions. I hope I don't offend nobody because I'm not trying to diss nobody, but I asked a question. And the kickback I got off TikTok from that one thing that we just talked about now, I was called stupid old man, mesh brain. I'm a misogynistic. I got it. They was saying all kind of shit. I'm like, damn, you that's impossible. Women better than men. Men need to take accountability for killing women. I was like, the fuck? I just asked a question, and the amount of energy I got from the female community with it was horrible. Brothers was like, damn, I ain't think about that. Like, damn, I ain't think about that, cause that's some shit we never think about. If you say you're a lesbian and you finna throw me some pussy, by then, in my mind, you clean. It didn't think that shit. She could have been doing something with a baby daddy. She could have had a side nigga. She could have been dealing with a bi. You know, with some shit. She could have, cause it was like, man, I'm finna knock off some tight ass pussy that ain't been touched by a nigga in a while. So let's rock. You know, in my mind. But then I had to think about it after having that conversation with my baby sister. Something to think about. Mode trying to be funny. Don't piss me off, Mode, with my way of talking. Aren't. It's ain't. from the South. Yeah, they have lost the ability to engage in conversation. It's a disagreement. You can say I'm wrong, I can say you're wrong, but at the end of the day, I like talking to you. That's a good thing about life. We all should do more research. On Gen X too, a parent got AIDS and were secretive until they expired, but they had kids, AIDS babies. Oh my. See, I'm ignorant to that. I know crack baby. I'm ignorant to it because and thank you, hero, thank you. I'm ignorant to it, boy. Cause good Jesus, that makes sense. Cause they could have been out there selling pussy, popping ass, and doing everything else. They could have made a bunch of babies with the shit in the system lying dormant. See, you just made me think of something. Thoughts and prayer. What ME said. I ain't say hey to ME yet. They test everyone's blood when they are born in a hospital. Trust me, they know who has what. Wow. Wow. Motherfucker. Taking my motherfucking blood. They haven't thought critically about their most closely held beliefs, so they believe can't stand up to scrutiny, debate, new ideas. So their only recourse is to silence what make them uncomfortable. KL Straight, you must be a real scholar because we get on this bitch and you be hitting me up, man, and I like it. I like this type of conversation. Somebody that's gonna challenge me in a nice way, not call me a moron or some ape or some shit. I like that type of engagement. That makes me feel good, man. That just makes me feel good. Because God knows I ain't trying to disrespect nobody. I really have genuine questions. The thought popped in my head. I just want to ask y'all. Maybe somebody gonna unlynch it for me. Yeah. Even when we were talking about the Indian thing, KL Straight provided facts, y'all. She got facts. Boom, 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 boom. I was able to look at something and I changed up a little bit of the way I was thinking because of her. Straight, and it is a girl, right? Because I don't know if I asked you before, KL. I say her. KL is to me girl name. So, but I changed it up because of KL and I had a different perspective. And I went and talked to one of my Indian friends and shit like that. I don't waste my time with knuckleheads. I appreciate it. Setting the record straight. Respect. You know it. I got one more cup of this tea. I'm going to let y'all know. Oh, shut up, man. Keep drinking this tea. I'm going to let y'all know the results in a month. I wear some tight pants. God help me. I'm gonna get off this motherfucking phone. I gotta do a reading. What time it is? I gotta prep my area for a reading. Everybody, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. I like to talk shit and have fun at the same time, man. Nothing serious. I just like to drink fast. All love, y'all. Hey, I'm gonna let you go. All right, I'm the Baron telling you guys to trust in you in the universe because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Like, share, subscribe. Don't like, don't share, don't subscribe. Don't matter to me. Thank you for engaging with me today. Y'all have a good one.